Oney played with friends.
Is that Crash Bandicoot?
Did he just scratch his asshole? This is a
Naughty. He is a naughty dog.
What would you do if he was just picking shit flakes out of his asshole for a solid
what would you do if
3 minutes?
What would you do if he said put on your 3D glasses and he flicked shit at the camera?
When Jack dies, he sounds like.
Oh! Yeah, he goes. Oh!
He's got a really manly voice. She's got good tits.
She does.
I like big,
phenomenal
big
tits.
natural bagoongies.
I like big hard tits.
Big hard fake fucking rocks.
Big brick-like tits.
I love big nippled rocks.
I want it to feel like
I
a
love
cinder
areolas
block.
that take up 75% of the whole chest.
I don't even like tits. I just want the whole like pectoral region to be an areola.
Ugh.
Yeah, the second game
He says
is
fucking cunt.
amazingly edgy.
Really?
Yeah,
He
the
says,
second
he
one.
says "wop" in the second game.
Jack never talks in this one at all, and then in the second one, they like capture him at the beginning of the game, and like Daxter like wakes him up, and the first thing he says is like, "I'm gonna kill Praxis."
Is that Bulma?
Guys, nobody objectify her for wearing that, please. Nobody say anything.
That's Bulma briefs.
She is set up to be Jack's love interest through the first 2 games, and then the third one, she's in it for like 3 seconds. She has like 2 lines, and I think that they're copy-pasted from other games. I think something happened with like the voice actress or something, and rather than bring her back, they just...
She might have demanded more money or something.
Yeah, something like that. I don't
That's
know.
what
I
happened.
don't know
That's what
the
happened
exact
with
story.
That's what happened with Maud Flanders. She asked for money. They fucking shot her off and killed her.
Daxter's being rude.
Ugh.
He's so quirky.
You see his body right there?
He does, if you die, he'll like shit talk you. And I always found that a little weird as a kid.
Yeah.
Where like you're a fucking limp corpse and he's like,
Say goodnight, Jack.
he's like, what the fuck?
They animated his cloaca up close.
They animated the big seam going from his pussy to his butthole.
Yo, editor, spin the screen around real quick. Hypnotize the audience.
Ooh,
Subscribe.
You will watch more
Subscribe,
YouTube
like and subscribe. That looks like my fucking ass. Nah, but really, this game is a classic.
Hey,
As a little boy, I used to wake up on Saturday morning and stare at the asshole for hours and go, that...
When I first played this game in my review, I was going to say, what is this, a fucking fart? But I decided not to say that to not be offensive.
you know when Daxter breakdances when you pick up the egg?
Yeah.
That's cultural appropriation. He does not own that kind of dance.
How do you know?
But then again, he did turn into a weasel.
How do you know
Are
what
you
culture created it in this fictional universe?
That's a good point. I don't know that. But then again, you're not supposed to take cultures and
Yep.
put them into fiction.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
All right?
Yep.
You're supposed to make them elves.
You're supposed to make up your own cultures.
You make them elves, and then you can
Why
be as
can't he do a
racist
new
as you
dance
want.
where he says, I love every culture? That's what he says when he's dancing.
And he points up and down real quick.
Because this is the sky and this is the floor, and the direction between them, the amount of room is how much I respect different cultures.
My uncle literally severed the foot of a rabbit, of a lucky rabbit.
Yeah. Rabbits' feet are lucky, and you can buy more goats with it.
Guys, please mutilate all rare animals to have good luck.
Rabbits aren't rare. They're actually...
They're too common, actually.
Yeah, they want shit to kill them.
In Ireland, people encourage you to shoot rabbits. It's weird. I would never,
That's gonna
though.
piss off most of the audience.
It's true. People are like, they're a rodent. They'll eat your cabbage patch.
Yeah, but they got those fat little faces. They're adorable.
I like rabbits. Honestly,
I would not cut a rabbit's foot off.
I would blow a rabbit's foot off with dynamite.
I'd blow it off.
Would you paint a stick of dynamite like a big carrot?
That's a really good idea. Well, if you dip a rabbit's foot in acid, is it still lucky?
No.
Does it have to be like a whole foot?
I think it has to. It cannot be a skeletized foot.
Oh, you butthole.
Is it half lucky?
No, it's just a skeleton foot.
A rabbit skeleton foot. At least it's cool looking. There's people throwing rabbits.
There's people throwing rabbits.
That just the song ends there.
He starts running away.
If Jack Skellington ran up and kicked a rabbit, it would fucking die instantly.
If that movie ended with him kicking a rabbit, everyone goes like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! What are you doing?"
I wanted to kill the rabbit.
He's like, "I don't know. I thought it was something different for a second.
There's a big scandal and he gets impeached.
Impeached.
The soundtrack for Ants is also very good.
Here, sing it. Sing it.
Right, I'll be the Patrick Warburton ant. Hey, you can't leave the
There's no
ant
Patrick.
hill.
That's fucking Sylvester
Sylvester
Stallone.
Stallone.
You fucking dip
Yes.
out.
Well,
You
I'm
fucking
sorry.
retarded
It's not-
idiot.
Oh boy, I haven't seen fucking. I'm not like you people.
Oh jeez, I can't believe people thought she
Hey
was.
Z, I'm a big ant and you're
Hey
little.
Z, how's it going? Let me switch places with you so you can fuck the princess.
And then that lady who's the Latina and everything, she's in there too.
Latina Turner?
Yeah, Latina Turner, and she bequests her big anal booty aunt.
Queen Latina.
Yeah, Queen Latini.
Is there a
That's the
scene where
ant.
the queen ant,
That's her little
the
sister.
queen ant gives birth and then fucks her eldest son?
You remember when Woody Allen goes, "Oh, can I please just have sex with you? I know you're gonna have little ant babies with you.
I don't want to do that, Z. I'm your friend.
Look at the skyline. It's made of grass. It's the New York skyline. Isn't that funny? It's the New York skyline, but it's made of grass.
Is that really a joke they
That's
did
the
with
opening
ants?
joke. It's the New York skyline, but then they pan out and it's blades of grass that looks like the New York skyline.
But number 2, I actually, this controls just as good as I remembered it.
Number 3, there's no ants.
I was really... Number 3, the antless Jak and Daxter. Everyone was excited to see ants appear in Jak and Daxter, the 2001 PlayStation 2 game.
Until they saw that there was no ants in the movie.
I still need to see this YouTube channel you guys talk about.
Guys, look up Top 15. He is the funniest YouTuber in existence right now.
Is he literally just called Top 15?
It's just called Top 15. He just does. He'll do like videos like Top 15 ghost sightings.
Wait, are you talking about the guy who does big lists, but he always like interrupts his list to be like, okay guys, just letting you know, I'm going to school this week, so I'm gonna be a little busier.
No, but this guy does say, if you want to know what I look like, follow me at Chills on Twitter. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. And hit
I don't
that
understand
bell.
people who make clickbait top 15 videos and then they talk about their personal life.
This guy is great because he falls for obvious hoaxes constantly, and I love him for it. He'll be like,
Doesn't he have a top 15 Bigfoot sightings?
Yes,
and there's,
yes.
There's a fucking person in a gorilla suit
Yes.
carrying a baby in a gorilla suit.
and he always goes like, I don't know if this is real, but it could be real, it could be fake. I don't know. What do you tell me what you think in the comments? It's like there's one video where it's like top 15 close encounters or something.
We fucked with those seagulls until that mountain
The whole thing
exploded.
collapsed.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
There's a video where he fell for it's like a guy on a bicycle like going and the guy turns his camera around, there's like a CGI bear like move, like it's not even attached to the ground. It's like sliding all over the place because it wasn't like it's not motion tracked anymore, so it's just sliding around. But he's like, I don't know if this video is real or not, but if it is, it's really scary. And it's the most obvious fake I've ever seen. Anyways, this guy is the best YouTuber around.
Well,
Did you see that video? I saw somebody cut it. I don't know where they got it from, but it was a bunch of people who work at YouTube going, like three or four people around like a table, and they were doing like a live stream or video or something. And they were like, yeah, it kind of makes sense that you don't get all your subscriptions. It kind of makes sense. You're not, not everybody you're gonna watch. It just makes sense.
We created the bell because rather than showing people the channels they subscribe to, we made it so it was harder for them to see.
Well,
the
they're just
subscribe
they
to.
say, oh, it's people that you see what you're most likely to watch. But it's like, fuck you, don't let
Give
me.
me
I'm an
the
adult.
option,
I'm an
yeah.
adult. Let me just. I subscribed for a reason.
Every time that CEO gets involved, she always makes a huge asshole out of herself.
Such
Oh,
a
Susan Walkie
Yeah.
Talkie.
Walkie.
I liked your description of it, Zach, where you're like, "This is someone's mom. Someone's mom.
Someone's mom
owns
runs YouTube. Yeah, someone's mom runs YouTube. You look at this lady, she's like, what? Number 5 reasons why I have a YouTube channel. I love the youth. I love vlogging. It's like, oh my god.
There's not a single chance in hell she watches a single video.
And it's
on
not because
YouTube.
she's a woman, it's because she's a fucking out-of-touch old person who has no business being a CEO of anything. She would be a bad substitute teacher. I don't think she's good. She just is not. She doesn't care.
She doesn't know anything about the website.
No.
She got The Rock to like. She's like, get The Rock to tell me what I should do for my YouTube, and he's just
Yeah,
like,
I love
hey
it.
Susan, I don't know,
It's
just
literally a phone video
Yeah.
that he's just ambushed on set.
yeah, he's on
with.
set. He's like, hey, just try your best. I don't know. She's like,
Make vids, make cool vids.
and then I think that she's only ever made 2 videos.
Yeah, because she got shit on.
Yeah, because she's a fucking idiot,
A goober, they might say.
a flim flam.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you have to find his cat or something.
He needs to fucking shut up.
Oh, yeah, I think he lost his cat on the other island.
Hey, dude!
Oh, radical!
I've got an earring and I've got purple hair. Did you know that 48% of women love to call dads daddy?
And they call their actual dad son.
No, they call their actual dad's father Reno.
Hello, father.
Hello, father.
Hello, father. Have you met my daddy yet?
is
I mean,
some
that's a funny
steamy
scenario. That's
foreplay.
just a fucking hysterical scenario.
Zach, what would you do if it turns out that a whole country was just a huge computer?
What do they? What's the computer being used for?
Nuclear planning.
To plant a nuclear bomb?
Yeah.
Which country is in charge of the computer?
Zimbabwe.
I'd fucking let him do it. If there was a fleshlight of Pikachu,
That's fucked.
no, but it felt amazing. It was like it was the best fleshlight you ever. It felt better than a real pussy. Would you use it?
If I turned the lights off, maybe.
Better than a real vagina, but it made little sounds.
If I put in earplugs, maybe.
But the sounds were so loud that it hurt your ears.
It's literally like,
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, I
And
wouldn't
also,
do that.
its little hands grabbed your hands as you were fucking it. Did you guys ever see that video? It just came out where it says it's called "Try It Before You Buy It." And it's this guy at like a sex shop with his girlfriend, and they're walking around. This guy looks like a fucking dope. And he walks up to one of those like flashlights with the big realistic asses.
Yeah.
It's on display, like you can touch it, and he's poking it, and his girlfriend walks away. And
I've seen that. He fucks it.
He starts sticking his finger in it.
Yeah.
And then he looks away, and his girlfriend walks away, and he like sticks his, or he pulls his cock and starts fucking it.
Yeah.
He starts like grabbing it and fucking it.
How big does that store have to be for him to feel comfortable doing that?
Dude, it doesn't matter how big this. The guy's a fucking gross pig, fucking weirdo.
He looks normal though. He doesn't look like a creepy old
No,
guy. He
he-
looks like a normal young
He's
guy.
like 24. Yeah, his bottom lip's hanging down. No, this guy's an idiot.
His
though.
bottom lip's hanging down.
This guy's a fucking. This guy's gonna break some.
I want to see Lyle get like gutted and then
I
like
want to see. I want to see 75 little 1-inch tall men gut Lyle and pin him down.
Like Evil Dead?
no
Yeah.
like Gulliver's Travels.
Gulliver's Travels.
Lyle, if you were in Gulliver's Travels, that would make for a good movie.
What the fuck is Gulliver's
It's
Travels?
where that big.
Whoa,
It's
whoa.
where the guy gets pinned down by a bunch of.
Didn't you see Jack Black?
Yeah, and he goes, "What the hell? Being pinned down by little man,
Yeah, dude, Jack Black reacting to little men pinning him down.
little man." No, fucking Lyle. This is about what the fuck?
That is a snake.
That was scary. No, Lyle.
I haven't seen this movie. I can't play along with this joke.
Okay. So imagine you wake up on a beach, right? Your plane crashed, right? Right?
Okay.
You're on a beach, you're on an island. You walk in.
Am I bleeding? Like sexy bleeding?
No. You're completely fine.
Okay.
Your wife is dead, but whatever. So you're walking through the through the island, and then suddenly you trip on a rock and you fall down, and then now 100 1-inch men run out with ropes and they tie you. Yeah. They tie you to the ground, Lyle. You're like, what?
And
the
they're
fuck?
laughing. They're laughing at you.
There's a bunch of like little dudes like pinning me down with ropes. What the hell? And then they're all like, "We're gonna cut off
They're
your
all
foreskin."
they're all quoting Sanity season 2.
Yeah, they're quoting Sanity. Like, stop quoting Sanity.
Do your best, Jack. Everybody do your best Jack Nicholson at the same time.
Here's Jimmy.
I'm gonna dang old get you.
Gamers, please open your Rockstar energy drinks and let's fucking game.
Open your gaming juice.
Open your gaming juice and take a swig, gamers.
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones loves games.
The new caveman gaming supplement
I fucking.
for alpha gamers. You don't want these reptilians getting in your mind, teaching your children to be gay.
Do people really hate Alex Jones?
Did you ever see it before and after picture of the supplement where he just gets red?
Yeah.
He's like, it's like him like that, and he takes it says after, it's like him in the exact same pose, he just looks red. That's the only difference. It's like the funniest picture.
Yo, is this supposed to be like some kind of like sci-fi environment?
Yo, what is this? Like a fucking cavern or something? I mean, what the hell is
This
happening
some
here?
kind of sci-fi game environment.
Jak and Daxter 2. It's good, but is it? Is this the second one or the first
This
one?
is
This is
the first one.
Jak and Daxter 1. Is it good or is it? That's my game review channel.
Let's see if this classic stands the test of time. Wow.
You fucking idiot!
That is literally the most embarrassing shit I've ever fucking seen.
Do you guys want to hear something funny that happened to me when I was a little 12-year-old?
What happened?
I went to America with my mom and dad and sister, and we went to my dad's friend's daughter's friend's barn party when there was like 100 people at this barn out in Iowa somewhere. And they were like, hey, you want to play basketball with us? And I was like, okay. And I got the basketball, and I threw it really hard. It smashed a girl in the face. And she went,
Where did you hit her? Like the eyes or the mouth?
in the nose.
Oh my
And I was
God.
like, I'm so sorry. And she was like, what's the problem? And then I got excluded. I got banished from the cool guys, right? And I had to go sit with these guys. So it was like three kids. One of them was wearing a necklace made of Lego. And,
How old was he?
like 12. But he was wearing a necklace made of Lego, and he didn't talk. And then there was another guy sitting with his mom, and his mom was obviously looking after him because he was really retarded. But he was like, his mom was like, hello, Chris, welcome to the fun desk. And I was like, hello. And then she was like, this is my son. He's very nice. And
This
he
is
was
like a weird episode of Rugrats or something. Like Tommy fucking throws a basketball at someone's face and has to sit with the weird kids.
No, exactly. And it was creepy because she was like, this is my son. He's very nice. And she's like, say hello. And he was staring into fire, like a bonfire. And he was going, fire! And she was like, yes, fire is very warm, isn't it? And he was just like, burn it all! And I was just sitting there like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, do you want to hear another thing that happened that night? There was a girl there that really liked me for some reason. And
Because you fucking nailed her with a basketball and asserted your dominance?
No, it was some other girl. She was just some girl, right? And she was like, "Wow, Chris is pretty cool." And then she went up to my dad's friend's daughter, and she was like, "Can I come back to yours tonight?" She was like, "Of course, ha ha." And then she came back to the house, and then she woke me up at like 2 in the morning, and she was like, "Come downstairs." I was like, "Okay." And then she brought me downstairs and made me grab her boob. And then the next day, nothing else happened.
How long were you there for? Was it like the beginning of the trip or the end of the trip?
It was like near the end.
Okay.
That was the first time I touched the boob.
What's her name and her address?
I will say I looked her up.
Recently?
Yeah, and she's not looking so hot.
Oh no.
She has a baby.
Is it yours?
It's my baby.
Did you wear a
He's
glove?
20 years old
Did you
now.
wear a glove when you touched her tit?
No.
I'm telling you, it's your
that's how
child.
it
I
happens.
think it might be mine. I was really pissed off though, because everyone in my family knew about it somehow. My mom and dad were making fun of me.
For touching a boob?
Yeah, they're like, ah,
You straight! Yeah, touch the boob! Yeah.
I literally killed myself that night.
Pointing it at the next tower.
Yeah, thanks. Borster.
This guy literally doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
This game fucking sucks. This game,
This game gently puts his lips to my asshole and kisses very slowly.
where are the RPG elements? Where
Why
is the
can't I
waypoints?
level up?
Where is the ambient occlusion, Lyle?
I want swords.
Yeah, I want swords. I want different kinds of clothes.
I want sword. I want clothes. I want
I want
boots.
tunics. I want iron boots.
I want Gorons.
Oh, can we just do Goron impressions for a minute?
I think if we did that in front of jocks, they'd bully us.
Probably.
Hey, are you guys doing Goron impressions?
Hey, these kids are doing Goron
Hey, these fucking numbskulls are doing. I don't know why they say numbskull.
fucking Death Mountain over here?
I'm not gonna lie, Lyle. When you said it, whatnot, when you did that weird New York accent, it reminded me of movie Bob's character.
Oh, fucking. Which one? There's so many. There's such
like-
a colorful cast of
There's
movie
one where he
Bobs.
puts on a black shirt and he says, "Hey, I'm the evil movie Bob. It's me, a New Yorker." wasn't that you remember that video of the guy at McDonald's who gets wrestled because he's arguing? You ever see that video? I think
a lot of videos
I think
like
that guy's wearing a tap out shirt in that video. There's like a big fat guy who goes, "I want my fucking cheeseburger." He's got little short arms. He goes, "I want my fucking cheeseburger." And then some skinny guy's like eating a cheeseburger, like, "Oh, it tastes so good," and they start like fighting. It's one of my favorite videos.
He's fucking with him.
Yeah, he's like, oh, it's so tasty. He's like, what'd you say, motherfucker?
I love that shit.
And the skinny guy that gets on top of him and wins. He like tackles him down.
That's scary.
It is scary. He wraps around like a spider.
It's scary that you could be like getting a nice tasty burger at McDonald's and then the situation will just start around you.
Some big fat guy with small arms can run up and try to tackle you. I love big fat impatient people. It's my favorite thing.
I hate it when you're on the road. You're on the road, you guys.
Yeah?
And a fucking bitch just overtakes you, and it's always a bitch.
It's always a big fat ugly bitch.
So I remember the time we were in Philly, and you were in the car driving, and this lady started beeping the horn the actual second the light turned green, and you just parked in front of her. She was going, "Ah!"
I hate when people are impatient or when they fucking act like they drive like crazy and they cut through.
I hate
highway.
that everyone acts like they're the most important time on the road. Like, I need to be somewhere. It's like, yeah, everyone does.
That's what everyone's driving. Everyone's driving somewhere. You stupid, selfish fucking.
I hate it. I hate it.
That's where I can't wait for driverless cars. There's not going to be traffic when there's driverless cars. If everyone has one.
And passengerless cars.
Because all traffic really is.
I just want
just like
cars and no people.
Yeah, no people. Just people who stays at home.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm cut out for driving in LA.
It'll give you heart palpitations.
No, like honestly, like there's so much shit going on, like on like a highway or whatever. I think I'd only be able to drive in like a fucking long ass dusty road. That's the only place I'd feel good driving.
LA's a bad place to learn how to drive for sure. I would not want to learn how to drive.
Honestly, it's probably the best place to learn because if you can do LA, you could probably do anywhere else.
I guess you're right. I guess if you know how to operate a car, basically, you should be able to drive here. Do you remember when we came here years ago, Chris? We had that Uber driver.
Yeah.
Who was like, "Oh, it's my first time driving."
Yeah.
Like he had just got his license. He was like slamming the brakes and shit. I'm glad taxis are going out of business.
Yeah. No.
I even though dude. The last time I took a taxi, I told the guy the address. He put it in, and he said, "Put it into my phone."
Yeah.
And then he asked me to put it into my phone. It's like, dude, you really need 3 GPSs? Are you that fucking brain dead?
No, like
he's trying to triangulate the best route of all 3.
Uber destroys the convenience of taxis in like 3 different ways, and it should have completely blown it out of the water.
I don't think I've ever had a bad Uber experience.
I've had a few.
Maybe one, but like
I've had way less than taxis though.
I've never had a single good taxi experience, and I've had maybe like 1 or 2 bad Uber
Well, you don't like pay
experiences.
$80 for a fucking 15-minute car ride?
So this is a fucking Rockmadon. That's the name of this contraption.
You found a new island called Skeletal Island.
Lyle,
right?
if a scientist discovered a place called Lyletopia, what would you hope is on this island?
Me.
Just you.
Lyleopolis.
A bunch of me's, and I would have sex with all of them.
A bunch of little Stonehenges of you?
Yeah. Stonehenge, you mean Easter Island?
Yeah, Easter Island heads.
Easter Island heads of me.
I have Down syndrome.
I fucking love Easter Island, man. I don't know why, know why they made that guy's head so many times, but I like it.
Yo, Zach.
Yeah?
Who's a person you find to be unredeemable?
I don't want to say Rob Schneider, but he's pretty fucking weird.
Okay, Zach.
Let's just say Rob Schneider.
That's perfect.
Let's say Rob Schneider.
So let's say you're out on your sailboat, sailing the 7 seas, and you crash into an island.
Yeah.
Your sailboat gets eaten by an octopus and is gone forever. You are completely cut off from the rest of the world forever. You're surrounded in a mist that when people sail into it, they dissolve.
Okay, let's say Harvey Weinstein, by the way, instead. He's a recent one.
Okay. So now you're trapped on this island. You know you're never going to get off, and no one's ever going to find you, and you're all alone. But you find a pygmy tribe of mini Weinsteins. Would you fucking...
Pygmies fucking suck. I hate pygmies.
If you found pygmy versions of Harvey Weinstein and Rob Schneider, what would you do?
I'd fucking eat them all.
Would you actually... what would you do with them?
I'd kill them. I can't talk to them.
What would you do if you started...
Have sex with me. Just come back to my room.
No, pygmies can't even do...
No, pygmies can't even talk.
Well, then why does it matter that they're Harvey Weinstein?
Because they look and they evolved from Harvey Weinstein.
Chris, are you saying real pygmies or are you saying this version of Harvey Weinstein?
This version.
So, anyways...
I got the cat!
Zach, so what would you do if you had...
a bunch of little pygmy Harvey Weinsteins?
And Rob Schneiders.
And they couldn't
The
talk.
men are Weinsteins and the women are Schneiders.
That's
just a bunch of pygmy Weinsteins trying to coerce the Rob Schneiders to go back to their thatch roof huts.
Would you try to rule over them like a tyrant?
I would, yeah, I would. I'd make them like build statues of me and stuff.
Would you make the pygmies and the Schneiders start a war with one another?
I would do like a false flag. I'd like burn down one of their little buildings and blame it on the other one. It's like go to war.
Okay, Zach. Here's a new part to the story.
Yeah.
Your hands have been One day you're washing your hands in a pool of water, right?
Yes.
And you're like, oh, this is truly paradise. Plenty of water. The sun is great. But the water is actually just bee acid that
Bee
all
acid.
collected on the cliff, so your hands fall off, right?
And one of these little creatures did this to me. They poisoned me.
No. It's just a bunch of wasps died on a hole, and you washed your hands where they died, so
By
all of their
accident.
acid is there.
Okay.
Right? So you got no hands no more. And then now you're starting to get really horny. You've not jerked off in 4 months.
Yeah.
Would you fuck a Schneider pygmy?
How small are they? Can I overpower them easily, or will they like?
They're 2 feet.
Will they like fight back? Will they like tie me out with ropes and stuff if I hurt one of their people?
They'll try to fight back, but they're mostly pacifists, and they
Okay,
use.
let's make a compromise. Instead of having no hands, do I just have one little finger through each stub?
No, you got no hands.
I have nothing.
You got nothing. Your hands are gone.
Do I have little hooks that I made them build for me?
Well, you got to convince them first by fucking them.
Okay, I fuck one of the Weinsteins because he loves it.
No, they're men. They're Schneiders.
Yeah,
are
I
women.
know, but I assert my dominance over the little Weinstein men,
Okay,
so the women know who to respect.
okay,
And then I have them build me little hook hands,
okay. That's fair.
and then I massacre half of them to show them I can do.
You
Like,
fucking just slice their intestines out.
I go around like I
That's
cut them
pretty
into,
cool.
and that way I show them that I could kill all of them if I wanted to, but I choose not to.
Okay, and now it turns out there's a drone hovering over you, looking down.
Stewie's spinning around
And
me.
the entirety of the human populace has seen
Watch
this
it.
video.
It was a test sec.
What'd you do if you walked outside and you saw like a dead possum? You're like, oh, that's weird. And you looked closer, you saw flies buzzing around, you looked closer, and they were small, microscopic witches, laughing, green witches, laughing and pointing at the dead body. When you saw them, they started screaming and flew away.
That would ruin my life.
Would you tell
That
anybody?
No. Why would you tell somebody that?
Yeah, okay, what
There
if
are
you-
certain things you can't even tell
Okay,
people.
but like a week later, you're like, did that happen? And you're sleeping, you wake up and you hear, and you see a little witch, one of them like buzzing around your room laughing, and it flies out your window. You try to catch it.
Yeah.
And you
If
find
I
out
caught
there
it-
there was a GoPro on it and it had been recording, and
If you,
everyone knew.
if you catch it, so it's please let me go, please. If they find out my people are gonna die.
I would probably show my mom and dad it somehow. I'd be like, Mom, Dad, is this? Tell me what you see. And they're like, it's a little witch in a shot glass. I'd be like, okay, so I'm not crazy.
What if only your family could see them and that's how you found out?
Then I'd only share it with my family. I would share the witch's power with them.
You tell your parents, they break down, they start crying, and they say, we're not supposed to talk about this. This has plagued our family for generations.
If I could see the small micro witches with fucking translucent subsurface skin, that would fuck me
You
up.
can see their little brains sticking through the skin.
They're like little fetuses.
That's disgusting.
What was I gonna say? Do you want to hear a weird dream I had last night?
Is it about green witches?
No. It was kind of shocking though. I woke up in a cold sweat.
What happened?
I dreamed that I was in a fantasy video game, kind of like Elder Scrolls Oblivion, but I was in the game, and I was like, I was just walking around the lush green hills and shit, and I came across an NPC, right? He's like, look what I found, and it was just like a modern day car. He's like, with this car, we will be able to defeat anyone, right? And we drove up to this bunch of dudes, and these two guys walked towards us, and one was towering and retarded looking, and he came at me with a knife, and I looked behind him, and the guy who showed me the car's arms and legs were being hacked off with machetes.
Oh my god. Hey, here's a question.
What?
In
Spit it out.
Billy Madison, just remember something. In Billy Madison, at the start of that movie.
Billy and Mandy?
No, Billy Madison
Yeah.
with Adam Sandler.
Where he
Adam
said-
Sandler.
There's a penguin.
No, I was going to ask about that. I just remember that part. Is the joke? Is he drunk? And is that why
He's so drunk, he's hallucinating a big penguin.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, I legitimately love that movie, but that's the only part I don't
That's
like.
really annoying. I was taking a dump a second ago from that coffee I just drank.
The shitty thing about that is that when you try to show people that movie, that's the first scene they get handed,
No, that's
and it's
the opener.
really unfunny.
That's the open.
It's really unfunny, but the rest of the movie
Come
is
here, Mr.
hysterical.
Penguin. No, that movie I still hold up. It has a lot of funny stuff
It's
in that.
hysterical at points.
Also, Norm Macdonald's in that movie, which is great.
Norm Macdonald's really funny in that movie too. He looks so fucking young in it.
Hey, where's Billy? Yeah, you know he's like 15 years old in that movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I remember growing up, there were a lot of kids that didn't have a drunk uncle that would smack them around, and they just had no idea what the fuck alcohol did.
Yeah.
Like,
Why?
I remember there was one point where these kids were all, let's do our impersonation of a drunk guy. And they're like, wow, I'm so drunk. It's like, no.
That's really
it's
annoying.
more like fucking... You just stumble around and slur your words.
I had a friend who, when I convinced me that you could get high off sugar, which I guess you could get hyped up, and he was like, no, you get like high, you feel like drug effects from like sugar. If you have like a bunch of candy, I know.
One time when I was younger, I was really young. I was something like 6 or 7. I went to a party with my mom and dad, like at their friend's house. And I was like, can I have some beer? And they're like, sure, ha 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 ha. And they filled up a can with water, right? And they gave it to me. Except they gave me the wrong can. So they gave me a full can of beer. And they didn't know, right? And I drank it all. And I was like...
You were fucked up?
No, I wasn't even fucked up. But I was just like, I can't believe you guys let me drink beer. And they're like, ah ha ha! We didn't give you beer, you fucking idiot. We gave you water. And I'm like, but I drank it and I tasted beer. It was definitely beer. And to this day, they still make fucking fun of me for it. And I'm like, you fucking gave me beer.
They drank the water.
Yeah, I don't know what they did with that other fucking can, but I definitely drank a full can of beer. It was Foster's.
When I was really, really young, my dad used to like put cigarette butts out into like soda cans.
Onto your head, yeah?
Yeah, he used to just smash my head and dent it in. He used to like mold my head like clay, like wet clay. No, but he used to like take like a soda can, like dip, like tap his cigarette off the ashes in it.
Yeah.
When I was like a little like 2 or 3 year old, he used to always like just instinctively grab. So I have like I know what cigarette ash tastes like. I used to, when you're like 4, you just go for it.
Dude, is it like a memory that sticks in your mind?
Yes,
like
I did probably 20 or 30 times. You don't learn.
Do you want to hear a similar story like that?
Yeah.
One time I was on an airplane with my family, and we were going to Florida. But my sister brushed her teeth and spat it into a can, and then my dad was like, "Is this okay to drink?" And I was like, "Yeah," but I didn't know that she did that. And he fucking drank it, and then my sister went, "Dad, I just spat into that." And he spat it all over the fucking plane, and everyone sitting next to us like, "What a fucking idiot!" My dad got really mad.
At you or at your sister?
At me.
Because you led him astray?
Yeah, to be fair, he had the right.
Yeah.
You're on the Misty Island, is this correct?
No, we're on the Rock Fortress or the Rock Jungle.
Lyle, is it the Misty Island where you tell bitches they're gonna go when you get them drunk? Chris, what would you do if you met the most beautiful girl in your whole damn life, and you held her hand and you said I-L-Y, and she said, "What?" You said, "I love you." That's what that means. You said it's gamer speak, but then 17 years go by, and you're smiling and you love her, you're married, and you have children. Another 15, 20 years go by.
She says GTFO.
She said, no, she says GTFO, and you say, what? She says JK. And you both smile, but then she's on her deathbed.
Yeah.
And you say, I love you, and you go in to kiss her, and you kiss her, and you hear like a click sound. And her face opens up, and there's a little alien, and he says, Orion's belt.
I would literally just put my finger on his chest and be like, it doesn't matter what you look like, all that matters is what's in here.
And he smiles, and he says, TY. He dies.
And he fades away.
He turns into little particles.
He just shrinks into a little raisin. And then I'd put him in an urn.
Did you guys hear Mini-Me was hospitalized yesterday?
What? For being too wee?
He went to the hospital. Oh! He literally, I'm not joking, Mini-Me, the actor, went to the hospital yesterday.
What's his name? Fucking...
Vernon,
Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston, Mini-Me.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
That's what Walter White said in the last episode of Breaking Bad.
Jesse.
Oh, sure, I was tough.
Is this Dark Souls now?
Yeah, that's the fucking sun guy.
That's Solaire?
Yeah. But now he's sad. We have to give him the sun back.
He looks like Hercules to me.
That thing is throwing rocks.
Honey, you mean Hercules?
Honey, you mean Hercules? That's the name of the movie.
What would you do if you were in love with a woman and she took all of her shit, materialized it into a big rock ball like that?
A big levitating rock ball?
Yeah,
all of her feces?
Yeah, she just hurled it into the yard.
Wait, Chris Eli, would you rather have beetle strength or scout ant?
How big is the beetle? If it's a regular beetle...
No, you're you, but you have the strength of a beetle.
If a beetle was my size,
you mean I would have no strength?
No. You're not. You don't have the strength of a small beetle, but you have. If the beetle was the size of you,
okay, right. Super strength.
Okay.
Yes, basically.
Okay.
No, but it's beetle strength. They say it's beetle strength, but you don't know what that means.
So would I rather have beetle strength or
fly ant abilities?
Flying ant abilities, so I could fly.
Yeah, but you look like an ant when you fly.
That would be awesome. That would be the most scary thing.
You get shot out of the fucking sky by jets, by little fighter jets.
If I saw a 6'4" ant flying through the sky,
dude, you would never need the super strength. If anybody ever tried to fuck with you, you could just start flying as a giant ant, and they'd freak the fuck out.
But I'm telling you, little jets and black helicopters would fucking shoot you up the earth.
To
I mean, that's
answer, I would
probably
rather
true.
have ant abilities because I would just fly when no one could see me at nighttime.
You're still like 6'2" though. You're still a gigantic flying ant.
Does it sound like?
Yeah, it's fucking loud. Okay, but okay. What about this? You don't look like a beetle, but
You sound like one.
you sound like a beetle.
Like
If you want to. Yeah. So you have one black spot on your leg that looks like a beetle skin.
that's stupid.
If you get beetle strength.
That's stupid.
But
Oi!
it's impenetrable armor.
Okay,
So-
that's pretty cool.
So, you know, like Smog has the one missing scale. It's like the
So
opposite.
you're like
You
a
have one
reverse
You
impenetrable-
have one
Achilles?
spot on your leg, Zach. If it's over my heart, that's a lot more
No,
useful.
it's on like your thigh.
That's shit. I
but
don't
you
want
have
it.
super beetle strength though.
That's gross.
But
I don't
if
want
you-
to
if-
think about a hard, leathery black spot on my leg while I'm lifting weights.
But what? You're also turning into a giant flying ant. You're all totally ant material.
I'd rather be a full ant than have one piece of beetle skin on my thigh.
Why would you
What
rather
if
be
it
a
could
full
like
ant?
stop a bullet? What if it could stop a bullet so strongly
That's what I'm
that the FBI was like, "We need you and your invincible
If
spot."
somebody ever tried to shoot you with a bow and arrow or a bullet
In your thigh.
in your thigh, you can lift them up and throw them.
This is dangerously close to an arrow to the knee joke, Zach.
No, no.
That's you, a fucking red rat in the swamp.
A dead red rat.
Would you rather be?
Oh, this is the shit. This lets you fucking shoot a fireball.
Like Mario. I
wanna-
love Mario.
I want to see a really funny Family Guy parody where it's this guy throwing fireballs and Mario walks in and goes, "What the hell? You can throw fireballs too?" What do you guys think?
Make it, Zach.
I would love to see Peter Griffin climb the flagpole, except he can't climb it because he's too fat.
What the hell?
And he looks at Princess Peach and goes, will you fuck me anyways?
Wait, will you fucking suck my cock?
That would be the joke.
What's the worst thing Peter would ever say that would make you turn off the show Family Guy?
I think we were talking about it one time. I could have sworn he wanted to fuck Meg in one episode.
He said he wanted to cream pie her.
It wouldn't surprise me. The places.
That's the thing. It wouldn't surprise you if he wanted to fuck Meg for
They
an
had
episode.
they had an episode where Peter and Chris get married.
Is that real?
I swear that's real, yeah.
See, that's like dangerously close to that territory.
I wouldn't be surprised if they, in the Family Guy movie, they like rotoscoped a guy fucking a woman and made it Peter and Meg.
I would really laugh my ass off at that if it was rotoscope.
That would be sweet.
Rotoscope Peter Griffin would be hilarious. You killed Jeek. Thank you, Daxter.
Damn,
That's
dude.
really
You
funny. Your
fucking
friend's dead.
Your
Dick
friend's,
ass.
your friend's fucking heart stopped.
Why are they making Daxter this like monster that laughs at his dead friend?
Serves you right.
I'm glad.
God!
Yeah, it's really funny that you're stuck as a rat now. You fucking idiot.
He's just like,
As long as it makes you miserable.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
he's just happy as long as everybody hates themselves or is dead.
I don't like it when video games break my immersion by spraying feces on the screen.
I hate
Remember
when there
when
are
it-
speckles on the screen.
There's fart specks in the lower corner. Zach, if there was a game where one of the mini games is you shit in a toilet and the corners of the screen got like flecked with like poo, would you laugh?
I would really want to see some guy on YouTube review that, get really mad about that. That's what I like this game a lot until I saw the poop part. Do you think this is funny?
I would think that would be funny.
I think it'd be hilarious.
I've never seen a game parody the blood splats around the corner of the screen when you get shot, so I want to
With
see
like
it.
a poop
Oh
splat.
my god! What the fuck?
My TV just shot out a cat somehow.
There's a living organism just jumped out from behind the TV. I never even.
What do you think of the fact that there's games out there that are so unbelievably bad that are worth $25,000 just because there's only one copy of them?
Like what? You mean like that scam Cheetahman game?
Like that kind of shit.
Do you remember the Kickstarter video they did where they like didn't they brag about scamming a bunch of people? I don't want to speak ill of them, but that's what I recall.
People put fake ass value on these awful pieces of shit just because they're kind of ingrained in video game history.
Yeah, well, what happens a lot of those one of those really old games. Like if it's from 70s or 80s or something,
Yeah.
and it's a piece of S game.
It's just funny that right now we could probably make something that's a fucking horrendous piece of shit. We could probably get some hype around it, and then we could scam people with it, right?
Yeah.
We could say this game's gonna be awesome, but then in the future, if we only make a few copies of it now, in the future it'll be worth
Yeah, like in 30 years.
$25,000. Yeah.
Let's do that. What's the game called?
Uh,
Okay, okay. You think of one word. You think of the next word. I'll think of the last word for the game. You start.
Screech.
Screech.
Lightning.
Doggo.
Screech Lightning Doggo.
The best effing game of all time.
They
Screech
should make
Lightning
a game called Screech Minister, and you're just
Screaming Priest.
I still want to play a game called Worm Odyssey really badly.
Why don't we just do that one then?
Worm Odyssey.
Worm Odyssey.
Worm Odyssey.
See,
Worm Odyssey.
Hashtag Worm Odyssey.
Guys, everyone hashtag in the comments. Worm Odyssey.
Fucking harass Kickstarter. Tell them to make it.
I don't think that's how a Kickstarter works.
Don't harass Kickstarter.
Guys, harass Kickstarter with the phrase Worm Odyssey.
don't do that. Don't do that.
Just at
Okay,
Kickstarter and just say Worm Odyssey now, preferably in hashtag form.
How much are we raising for Worm Odyssey? What are we
I
asking
think we
for?
need 100,000 for that.
I think we need 150 at least.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Let's say $1 million.
Let's say $1 million.
Yeah, $1 million
on
to
the
get
spot.
Worm Odyssey off the ground.
What are the perks we're gonna do?
You get a real life worm.
You get one long, straight, dry worm.
You get a mile-long stretch of dirt in a tank for him to go on an odyssey through.
He could crawl. Yeah, like a 1 inch long tube of dirt.
You get a full 10 jars of worm nutrients.
So we're just selling a pet worm at this point.
Yeah, that's the executive producer fee you get if you donate $15,000.
If you donate $20,000, we will create tiny little googly eyes to weld onto the worm's head.
Welding not
and
not
if you
done
donate at least $70,000, you can voice one of the worm enemies, which sounds like this.
If you donate the full $1 million, you are executive producer at the bottom of the credits.
Yeah, and also you are responsible for making the whole entire game.
At the very end, the worm says, "Haha, thanks," and he says your name.
Yeah.
Thanks, Steven.
Thanks, Steven. That's awful. And then, so we're gonna need 999,000 for marketing and the rest for the actual budget.
Yeah.
I don't think that was supposed to work, but
Can we talk about that time we were looking for fucking video games to play on this channel that would be funny, and we saw Planet of the Apes, and we were thinking about we were looking at the trailers. Was that you?
Maybe.
Oh, we were looking at the trailer, and it looked like it was a game where you are Caesar with an AK-47 and you shoot other monkeys with it. And I thought that would have been absolutely
That's amazing.
perfect.
I'd love that.
I would love that as a game. That would be a funny first-person shooter. You're shooting other apes to
I've
death.
never seen it before.
But it just turns out it was like a Telltale story game. And I was like, fuck!
I would love if you were a little monkey with a gun and you could kill other apes.
Yeah, like you can blow off their arms and shit. Be fucking brilliant.
It's like the GTA with monkeys, basically.
Yeah, and you can hear them screeching once it... Yo.
Here's a real question.
What? What? Just
Is that like Kara?
What? Just say it.
Out with it already.
Come on, get on with it.
On with the show.
Okay, here's a question. Do you think if like the biggest mass shooting, this is like not even that funny, but just no, serious hypothetical.
This isn't funny.
The biggest mass shooting ever happened, ever.
Yeah.
There's like fucking 90 people die. But they go up and they look at the room where the shooter was from, and it's a goblin. Do you think would you
The
be
goblin
more,
did the shooting?
would you be more interested in the fact that it was a goblin or was the biggest mass shooting? What would you be more
Well, a
interested
goblin, for sure.
Quite frankly, the
Mass
goblin
shooting
Zach.
happens like every day.
Yeah.
A goblin
in? No, but
doesn't
it's like the
happen
biggest
every
one
day.
ever. I'd be shocked by that. I don't know what I would do if a goblin did the worst one ever.
A goblin would do a mass clubbing. It wouldn't be a shooting.
You're right. It'd be a big fucking.
Be a shanking
There'd
Yeah,
be,
with a little goblin knife.
There'd be Hanna-Barbera sound effects when they hit people over the head with a club.
Zach, what would you do if one day you woke up and you took off your pants and socks and you had Fred Flintstone feet?
I'd say, hi. I'd say, hello, I'm calling the doctor. I just want to say I have Fred Flintstone feet.
And he's like, oh, that's normal.
Fred Flintstone feet are 3 toes.
Would you if you had a big, juicy, fat fucking Fred Flintstone? You know what?
Ear?
Yeah.
He's got little pointy ears. Do you ever notice the Flintstones have little fucking weird ears?
So does Peter Griffin. I red pilled Lyle on Peter Griffin's ear.
He did. I fucking watched Zach draw a Peter Griffin, and he drew him with little, like, basically like sawed off Shrek ears.
He's got.
And I was like, that's not what his fucking. Does he have ears? And Zach's like, yeah, look at it. He's got fucking little weird Shrek ears.
They're,
And I
no,
looked
they're
at it.
land before time dinosaur
Yeah.
ears, dude. They're like little creepy baby ears.